Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me on my channel today. And for the new subscribers or new visitors, thank you for coming to my channel and watching. Today we are going to be learning about a single stitch, and I'm also going to tell you a little bit about myself. We will go over my works in progress. So yeah, this is a little sample that I made, and I will teach you how to do a single stitch. Let's see, you will need a pair of scissors, a tapestry needle, and your skein of yarn. Now, you pull from the middle, and I'm using Red Heart Super Saver, and the color is Amethyst. It is a 4-ply medium weight. It is recommended that you use a 5.5 millimeter hook. It is 100% acrylic. It is machine washable and dryable. Also, to make your yarn softer, here's a tip. Put a cap full of apple cider vinegar in the water in your washer, and it softens it like a miracle. Also, I am married. I married my wife we got married September 24th, 2017. We have 3 children together. We have a 14-year-old that just adores her mom. And she's very smart and intelligent. She's a 9th grader now. She's in high school. Then we have a 10-year-old who is on the spectrum for autism, but he is so bright. He's so smart. He loves video games. Then we have a 19-month-old, which he will turn 2 January 21st. And he is just a doll baby. But sometimes, I'm sorry, he can be mean as hell. I'm a heavy smoker. I love to crochet. I use crocheting to deal with anxiety, my depression, my bipolar, pain management. I have fibromyalgia and arthritis in my spine and neck. So to cope with pain, I use crocheting. Now, this is one of my work in progress that I started, but I did stop making it because I didn't like the way that it was turning out on the edges right here. It was a granny ripple afghan. So I ended up stopping that and unraveling it. This is my second work in progress. This is going to be a granny square cocoon little sweater for me. And what you want to do is you want to do your granny square. This is for more experienced people who know about granny squares. I wouldn't advise starting off with something like this. Sorry, my phone went off. But you want to do your granny square, and the size of this granny square needs to be half of your height. So if you're 5'5", you need to divide that by 2 and see divide it in half and see what your height would be for this, because it needs to be as big as half your height. Then you would take it and match up the sides right here, and you would need a tapestry needle as well for this. And you would sew in the armholes, and this would be an armhole right here, and this would be an armhole, and then this would go like this around your neck. So I think it's going to turn out beautiful. I got to get hopping on that one. And then I'm also making a shell stitch afghan or baby blanket for my little cousin. She was just born not too long ago. This is 7 double crochets, skip 2, and then 1 single crochet. And when you're doing this right, the holes will just match up evenly in a straight line. It looks beautiful. Honestly, it is looking pretty good. So I'm very into that blanket. Better than I was with the ripple afghan, because I just had trouble with the ripple afghan. So, I would recommend using a bigger hook for just starting out, because the bigger the hook, the bigger your stitches. The littler the stitch, the tighter the stitches. I should have used the word tighter. The bigger the hook, the looser the stitches. The smaller the hook, the tighter the tension will be, which is how your stitches will be tighter or looser. Now, we're going to take this, wrap it around 2 fingers, and pull through to create a slip knot. We want to pull it up, and I'm just going to do an example, and I'm going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And what you want to do, I'm using a K 6.50 millimeter hook. You want to stick your needle through the first stitch, wrap your yarn around, pull through. You should have 2 loops on. Wrap your yarn. You should have 3. Pull through 2, and you should have 1 stitch or 1 loop left on your hook. And then we're going to continue to do this. 1 stitch, stick it in the stitch, you wrap your yarn. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Pull through 2. We're going to stick it through the hole of the stitch, wrap your yarn, pull through. You have 2 loops, you wrap it around 1 more, and you have 3 loops, pull through 2. Now, I'm going to continue doing this while you do yours. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and pause it. If you need to rewind, feel free to do so. I know I've had to do that plenty of times with videos. But anyways, you want to make sure your stitches are pretty even, like your tension. That's why I hold my hook more like a butter knife, because it's more comfortable to me. And if you find a way that is more comfortable to hold your hook, even if it's weird to other people, do it. If it helps your tension and it helps you, do so. You don't have to do everything that everybody else does. You know, crocheting, that's what makes it, you know, so wonderful, because everybody is at different stages in their crocheting, and we all have beautiful work in progresses that we can show off. Now, I've chained my 10, or I've crocheted my 10 single crochets. I want to wrap my loop and chain 1. This is your turning chain. And then I want to go through the first loop exactly, pull through, and the exact same thing. I would have 2 stitches in the loop on my hook. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. And I actually did a double crochet instead of a single crochet. I would push the needle through, or the hook through, I'm sorry. And I would pull through, have 2, wrap around, have 3, and then pull through 2. And I would just continue doing this until I got my desired amount, or I finished my rows, I should say. Your rows of crocheting. I'm so glad I've agreed to do videos for you guys, because I know I'm not very big right now. Like, I don't have a lot of followers, but hopefully eventually I will have some subscribers and they will find my work helpful. I like to be able to help people in any way possible. We also have a email address that you can email us and ask questions, ask for advice, and it can be anything. It's not just one thing or another. Feel free to ask us anything for, you know, any kind of advice. Parenting, you know, LGBTQ. Me and my wife, we're very, very much into the community. Our daughter also follows in our footsteps. Our daughter helps transgender people help accept themselves by friendships and talks and conversations. You know, she helps their self-esteem, and it's just basically being a friend for them. They're not different. They're just people like everybody else. They just want to dress different or whatever. If it doesn't exactly fit into your life or have anything to do with you, then we should relax and just keep crocheting and worry about our work and not everybody else. Okay. So we have our 10. This is example. we want to take the tails, every tail, stick it through a tapestry needle. And these tapestry needles, it is about $5 for a pack of 3 or 4, I believe, at Walmart. You can also get the plastic tapestry needles, but they bend and break easily, so I don't recommend those. I recommend the steel ones or the stainless steel. You want to stick the needle in and sew it in 3 completely different directions. You can sew it across, you can sew it up and down, zigzags, however you feel is good for you. Because once you sew it in 3 separate different ways, it's less likely for the yarn to come out and your stitches to get loose and have to fix it, and it's just a big mess. So we're going to stick this one in our last third way, and I'm going to pull it through, and there we go. I'm going to cut my tail. I don't want to pull on the yarn or stretch my yarn or anything. This is what came out when you sew in the tails. You can't even tell that I've sewed in the tails because it matches the same color. We did it 3 different ways, so it came out pretty good, I'd say. Okay. I showed you my whips. I don't have anything hot off the hook. Tomorrow I'll show some work that I had done about 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was some hats. I made a messy bun hat, a slouchy hat. So I will show them off tomorrow. But right now I'm going to put my crochet needle and hooks, and also make sure you keep these away from children. I know that sounds kind of dumb, but some parents leave, it down, and toddlers can get it and hurt themselves very badly. These needles aren't that sharp, but to a 1-year-old, 2-year-old that sticks herself with this, it can really hurt pretty bad. And also watch your hook, because they can run with that too. I know it's kind of dumb to say, because most parents are like, well, I know how to parent, I don't need your help. But I'm just, reminding. Anyways, these hooks are good. They're by Boy. These hooks are good for anybody with arthritis or fibromyalgia in your hands. They've got a big grip. And I bought the set. It was a set. It had, I don't know what sizes, but it had all different big hooks and little hooks. $25 at Walmart. And that was a good buy to me. So I bought these hooks because I have arthritis in my hands. My hands start hurting because I crochet so long. Well, that's it for today, and thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for subscribing if you did so, and welcome again to the newcomers. And I hope you subscribe and, recommend my channel to other people. Thank you, and have a nice day, everybody. Enjoy your day and your lunch. Enjoy your kids, whatever, work. It is about 6 a.m. here, so my son will be getting up here in a few minutes. My wife has to be at work at 11, so she's probably sleeping too. We had a bit of a trouble going to sleep last night, just some issues within the family. So my wife's probably sleeping right now until she goes to work, but the kids are going to get up, and I got to get them ready for school. But I hope you enjoy your day. Enjoy the channel. Come back tomorrow for more. Have a good day. Bye.